And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Good morning to you. We are live here in the Tom Taylor Sports Show studio on a Food City Friday. Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, we are. We're hanging right in there. So, good morning to you. Thank you for being with us wherever you may be here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We got feedback somewhere. Let's kill that right there. I think we got it. Had something open, I think. Am I thinking? I think I got it all down, didn't I? Yeah, there we go. Should be fine now. Anyway, good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. We are live here in studio on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Studio show number 2240. Ready to roll here. Brought to you by Food City. Deals for days. Here it is. We tell you all about that for the next couple of hours. Going to be joined at the bottom of the hour by Brandon Sweeney, Assistant Athletic Director of Milligan. Lady Buffs won last night. The guys won last night, both in the semifinals of the AAC tournament being played at Meadowview and Kingsport. We'll talk to Brandon about that. The track and field team set not only a school record, NAIA record in track and field. The baseball team's up and running. Softball team's up and running. We'll tell you all about that. Get a complete report of Milligan Sports coming up at the bottom of the hour. Then Greg Salyer, Mr. Baseball, joins us a little bit later on. So got lots to talk about, lots going on. We will get it cranked up with the national anthem as we always do, then tell you some specials about deals for days, and kick things off with a busy night in regional basketball play all across the state, ready to go, and certainly here as well. And so we'll tell you all about that. But first, here's national anthem time with Chris Stapleton with the national anthem on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Oh, say, and you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we walked were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular amongst birds singing out, gay through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the
Wish I could have hair like him. Maybe someday I will when I grow up. It's pretty cool. Great song. Thank you, sir. Again, the national anthem done by the one, the only Chris Stapleton in studio here in the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's run down some specials from Food City. At all Food Cities going on today and tomorrow. It's deals for days. Here it is. And let's tell you what they are, because they are some good ones out there. They're always good at Food City. Cosmic Crisp Apples, $1.49 a pound today and tomorrow. Baby back pork ribs, previously frozen, $2.99 per pound. Jimmy Dean bacon, a 22 or 12-ounce pack for $3.99. Do I have to put them on? I guess I do. Let's put these on. My Food City glasses, by the way. Snack cups made fresh in store. Snack cups, 3 for $5 today and tomorrow. Pepsi products, got them on sale. 12-pack, 12-ounce cans, $4.99. Limit 3 per person. Hello, Judy Riggs. Hello, Gary Taylor. Hello, Junior. How you doing, buddy? Then you have also apple fritters and long johns made fresh out of the bakery at all Food Cities today and tomorrow for $3.99. Powerade 8-pack 20-ounce bottles for $4.99. And one more. Always, every week, they're rocking them out. Little Debbie big pack snack cakes, $2.99. Limit 4 today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. And Progresso soup got a whole Yep, got a whole cabinet full of Progresso soup. 3 for $5 today tomorrow at all food cities. And those are the specials, some of those going on, the deal for days at all food city locations. I feel like Clark Kent. Got the wrong glasses. So I feel like I'm ready to go into the phone booth and come out. Or no, was that him? Yeah, come out as Superman. All right, basketball cranks up tonight. Hello, Jimmy Stout. Hello, Carl Wilson. We'll start with the ladies. We're in the South. Ladies go first. We'll start with single A. The Unaka Lady Rangers, winners of the District 1, they will have a bye. They'll play on Monday. They'll play the winner of Cloudland tonight, who travels to Washburn. University High will be traveling to Cosby. And North Green's Lady Huskies hosting Hancock County. Winners move on. Losers go home. It's an elimination game for everybody tonight for the girls, for the guys tomorrow night. In 2A basketball, the Hampton Lady Bulldogs. Once again, I got to brag on. I get Coach Humphreys on the show next week. Win, lose, or draw tonight, I got to get them on. Both of those teams in that school, you know the story. Hurricane Helene wiped out the school. We had to go to Keenberg Elementary. You out-of-town folks, our area got flooded by Hurricane Helene back in September, horrifically, obviously. School got closed down. They had to take what had been shut down as a elementary school and revamp it and redo it best they could to make it a high school. Well, the gym got ruined. They couldn't play there, so they've been kind of piecemealing. Point being to all this, Hampton's ladies won the district tournament. They'll go in as the number 1 seed. They are hosting Oneida tonight. I'm not sure. I guess they're playing at Hampton Elementary. South Green will be going to Alcoa tonight. Happy Valley, the Lady Warriors, will be traveling to Gatlinburg-Pittman. And Chucky Doak, the Lady Black Knights, will host Pigeon Forge tonight. Winners move on to Unicoi County High School for the regional. And then for Monday single A's, after tonight, the all will convene at Westridge High School, which is a really nice gym. I got to be in there for the first time a couple of weeks ago. Very, very nice. In 3A basketball tonight, the Lady Cyclones on the road to Granger to battle the Grizzlies. That'll be a 7 o'clock tip-off. Crockett will host Cherokee. You have Unicoi County, the Lady Blue Devils traveling to Greenville. And Tennessee High, the Lady Vikings at Viking Hall, home to Volunteer. The winners will again converge on Tennessee High's Viking Hall court on Monday for the semifinals. And the finals will be on Wednesday next week for all these schools and all these cities. Is that right? Single A too? Make sure I got this right. And yeah, all 3 regionals and the 4th regional. Yep, championship will be on Wednesday of next week. So these are all elimination games. You lose tonight, your season's over. Daniel Boone and 4A hosting Jefferson County. Science Hill, the Lady Hilltoppers travel tonight to Sevier County. Dobbins Menace Lady Indians travel to Morristown East. And Westridge's ladies host Morristown West. Winners will all converge in that region on Monday at Science Hill with the semis, and the championship coming up on Wednesday. So big night tonight across the region. If you get a chance, go watch your favorite team play. This is it. Half of the teams will be gone as of tomorrow morning. So you want to go out and watch them play and cheer them on. With the exception of Unaka, they got a bye, so they'll play Monday regardless, obviously. So everybody else is in a do-or-die situation. Every dribble, every shot, everything's going to be important because somebody's season is riding on these games tonight, no question. Hello to Jimmy Stout down in Georgia, Carl Wilson, Uncle Tom, Richard Whitson, hello to you, Amy Whitson, hello dear, how are you? Judy Riggs, Gary Taylor, Junior Campbell, some of the folks watching, thank you, appreciate you. Had another record month, got one more day, today's numbers will count. We had another record month, an up big-time increase from February of last year to February of this year. So thanks to you all, it's going up, continues to go up, and so we're on our way to another year with the good Lord's help. We got his verse coming up here in a minute of 1 million views again this year in 2025. So last year we had 100 million 600. No, 100 million 600. No, 1,600,000. There you go. 1,600,000. So there you go. Who's telling me good morning? It would be Patsy or Amy Whitson, my buddy Ames. How you doing, lady? All right, the boys play tomorrow night. Same scenario. Got to win, you go home. You'll start in single A tomorrow night. The North Green boys will have a bye, much like the Unaka girls did in the single A on the girls' side. North Green has a bye tomorrow night. They'll play Tuesday at Westridge. They'll play the winner of the University High and Hancock County game in Hancock County tonight. Tomorrow night at 7. Cloudland will travel to Cosby tomorrow night at 7. And Unaka will be hosting Washburn tomorrow night at 7. And again, the winners are there again, as we said, will move on to Westridge on Tuesday rather. So it's Friday, Monday for the ladies, Saturday, Tuesday for the gentlemen. And 2A, hello, Colin Knight. How are you doing, sir? 2A South Green, the Rebels will host Oneida tomorrow night. The Hampton Bulldogs travel to Austin East. Ned Smith got his 500th win as a head coach. We hope to have him on next week, too. Hampton will be at Austin East tonight. Johnson County traveling to Alcoa, and West Green will be at home tonight against, I keep saying tonight, tomorrow night against Eagleton. So South Green hosting Oneida. Hampton travels to Austin East. Johnson County travels to Alcoa, and West Green hosting Eagleton tomorrow night in boys high school basketball. In 3A or AAA tomorrow night, Cyclones go to Greenville to battle the Greenville Green Devils in a 7 o'clock tip-off. You have Crockett hosting Cherokee. You have Unicoi County traveling to Granger. And you have Elizabeth, as we said, going to Greenville. And Tennessee High, the Vikings host Volunteer. Those winners will go Tuesday to Viking Hall in Bristol for the regional, and they'll play their championship games on Thursday. So the ladies are Friday, Monday, Wednesday, barring any weather. And it doesn't look like we're having cold, snowy weather to mess up the roads. Then it'll be Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday for the guys. There you go. So there you go. In 4A basketball for tomorrow night, Science Hill, they can play. They host Morristown East. Dobbins Minute travels to Jeff County. Daniel Boone travels to Sevier County. And Westridge, the Wolves will be home to Morristown West. All those tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Again, the Cyclones will travel to Greenville to take on the Green Devils, the number 1 seed. Cyclones, the number 4 seed for the gentlemen. That'll be tomorrow night. Again, winners move on. Losers are eliminated. So every game, as we said, every bounce, every dribble, every shot, it all is a big deal tonight for the ladies and tomorrow night for the guys. Oh, these glasses look like it is Nerdville, but that's all right. Hey, we're live here in studio, brought to you by Food City. Value every day. Food City. Let's see, Powerade 8-pack 20-ounce bottles for $4.99 today and tomorrow. Misty Mountain Spring Water, stock up. Is there an expiration date on water? Somebody asked me that the other day. I don't know that. Can water go bad? I mean, it's water in a bottle, plastic bottle, so I don't know. But while I'm saying that, this now be a good time to stock up. Hot weather's coming. You know that, thank goodness. Misty Mountain Spring Water 24-pack 16-ounce bottles for $4.99 at all Food Cities. Hello, Pete Welch. How you doing, sir? JFG Bonus Blended Coffee $6.99 a canister, limit 2. Progresso Soup, as we told you, 3 for $5 today and tomorrow. On the backside, made fresh in the deli every day at all Food Cities. Coleslaw or mustard potato salad $2.99 a pound today and tomorrow. You have also Eckrich smoked sausage, 2 for $5 today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. You also have, let's see what else down through jumps out at me. How about this one? Pillsbury Grands biscuits, $2.99 frozen. Or you have the Crescent cinnamon rolls. Ooh, those are good for $1.99. And then you have all the Pringles. The Pringles Zesta saltine crackers for your soup or Keebler sandwich crackers, 2 for $5 at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. So it's deals for days. There it is. And so there you be. Hey, we're live in studio. Bottom of the hour, going to be joined by Brendan Sweeney, the Associate Athletic Director from Milligan. We'll check in with him, see what's going on in the land of the Buffaloes. The ladies won last night. The gentlemen won last night, both in the semifinals today at Meadowview for the Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament. They take Meadowview and Kingsport and convert it to a basketball arena, which is pretty cool. And so they'll have that there, and they've been doing it all weekend long. They started Wednesday with the playing games and quarterfinals yesterday, semifinals obviously today. The Lady Buffs play at 2, and the gentlemen play at 8 o'clock tonight for Bill Robinson. They're playing Montreat, and the Lady Buffs have their hands full with Pikeville. Well, they both have their hands full now. It's semifinals. All the cream puffs, there weren't many in the league, but they're all gone. In fact, all the cream puffs never got there. You have a 16-team league, and you only had the top 10 teams, so the cream puffs got eliminated early on, so they all can play, and every game's going to be a battle. If the Lady Buffs can win today at 2 o'clock, they'll play tomorrow in the championship at 1. If the gentlemen can win tonight, they'll play the championship tomorrow at 3 at Meadowview. Now, how it works in the AAC, you have a regular, 2 go to the national tournament in Sioux City, Iowa. You have a regular season champion, which is Milligan's ladies. I can't remember who won the... Double check. I want to say Pikeville's the number 1 guy seed, but I don't know that for sure. I know the Lady Buffs are because they're Milligan. And so they're automatically qualified for the national tournament going to Sioux City, Iowa. And so we're actually one of the satellite games. How they do that is they've come up with a new level. They have a satellite sites where they go and play, and then they take the top 32, I think it is, goes to Sioux City, Iowa for 3 or 4 days of wall-to-wall basketball. So they've qualified to go postseason. If they win the tournament, then the team they beat tomorrow in the tournament will be the second team. If Milligan gets beat or loses in the game, either today or tomorrow, they still go to the national tournament as the conference champion, but then the tournament champion will go too. So it's a pretty cool setup. Good format. I like it. I think it's very fair. If you get hot 2 or 3 days and win the tournament, you deserve to go. If you were hot and consistent all season long in a rugged conference slate to win the conference, then you should go too. And that's how they've got it set up. Hello, Cindy Ayers. How you doing, lady? And so that's how that works. So Milligan's ladies are in for sure. The guys have got to earn it. They play Montreat tonight at 8 o'clock at Meadowview. And so all that's coming up again today for Milligan University basketball. And Brendan will be here at the bottom of the hour to talk about that. Update us also on the bowling teams that are smoking good at Milligan. They are good. The track and field set not only a school record, but an NAIA record in one of the track and field meets, indoor track and field championship in Gainesville. And so we'll find out about that. Hello, Grant Golden. How you doing, sir? So he'll join us on top of the hour. Mr. Baseball, Greg Salyer joins us, talking about MLB. They're up obviously very hot and heavy into spring training. The New York Mets. So we talk about this all the time. They spend all this money and all these guys to get in there, and you never know. You're one bad pitch or one bad hit away from being hurt. 2 of their frontline starters who went and got in the offseason are now on the shelf. They're out here scrambling for pitchers. We're talking about the Mets. And so we'll talk about that. Nolan Arenado continues to bounce around the fact he wants to be traded, but he has to approve where he's going for the Cardinals. Cardinals want to get rid of him. How would you like to go to work every day? Maybe you do. Maybe you've been in a job where you go in and, they look at you and, hey, how's it going? But, the management anyway doesn't want him there. They want to get rid of him. And so, you go into hello, Donnie Southwell, that's a new name. So you go into the spring training complex every day, if you're Nolan Arenado, knowing that you're there, but they don't really want you there, and you don't really want to be there because they don't want you here, but you're not going to just go anywhere. He's nixed a trade to the Astros back in the summer or back in the fall. And so he wanted to go to the Red Sox. He went and got Bregman, so they don't really need him in Boston. So for now, he's stuck, for lack of a better term, in St. Louis. Greg will have the very latest on that. And also some other Major League Baseball news going on he wants to tell us about. So he is, after all, Mr. Baseball. So we are the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 2240. We do this every day. We took a couple days off, and so we're back in the saddle, ready to go, and doing it from the studio today. I like doing it here from the studio. It's just something good about it. I like it. Nothing wrong with where I go when I go out on the site. We'll be out Monday at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton, but we're at Food Cities too. But sometimes I just want to be here. And so I is here today. Baker's watching. She just had her 40th birthday. She was down somewhere in paradise, bebopping around, kissing pigs. What? She is a piece of work. On Facebook, all these pictures of her on her 40th birthday trip, I guess is what it was. Anyway, she's feeding these pigs on the beach. I guess it's in the Bahamas, Nassau. I think they have that on the beach. But Baker's feeding the pigs. So there you go. In her bathing suit and her straw hat and all that. So it's like, okay, it's Baker. That's all you need to know. So anyway, we're here. A lot of basketball. We'll run them back down for you here in a few minutes, but it's all regional. It's all single elimination tonight. You lose, you go home. The Lady Cyclones in Granger, the Cyclone guys tomorrow night in Greenville. And so we'll run down where everybody's playing. And again, one team's getting a bye in single A would be Unaka. I guess because of the way it's set up, because of the North Green guys out of 1A, they get a bye tomorrow night too. So it must be how the bracketing is set up, and that's okay. So anyway, it's all tonight. It's big, 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 as Andy told Barney. And so you got to win tonight to keep trucking. And so we'll see how it does. We'll let you know, of course, on Monday's show. How about this from President Trump? We'll come back. We'll take a look at, college basketball. The Lady Vols got shellacked last night. Wow. I watched and listened to the press conference. It was so fun. Love swimming with the pigs. I'm sure the pigs love swimming with you too, Baker. So just leave it alone, Tom. Leave it alone. She's a dandy. I pray for Scotty every day. God bless him. So she's a jewel. Anyway, we got basketball. Lady Vols got hammered last night in Kentucky. And so I listened to the broadcast a little bit. And then I watched her post-game conference here this morning. And, I like her. She said, it's pitiful. We had no life. We had nothing. I mean, she ran right down the list. We're going back to Knoxville. We're going to get it fixed. We play Georgia Sunday. for the regular season finale at the Food City Center. We will get it fixed. So that's what I like to hear. We got a team that's ain't working out. You work out the bugs and get it fixed. She said, "Oh, we will get it fixed." So there you go. Quick break. We'll be right back with more. We'll take a look at college basketball next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
I stand before you now as proof that you should never believe that something is impossible to do. In America, the impossible is what we do best.
Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled and just wasn't happening, and was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
Here you go, folks.
So,
it's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
it's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom-and-pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Behind every Food City meat and seafood counter is a highly trained, certified butcher that can offer seafood meal prep, suggest the perfect sides to pair, and even steam and peel your shrimp. All at no extra cost. In fact, you'll be so impressed with our butchers, you'll be asking yourself, what can't they do?
I bet he'd be great at helping with the laundry.
Okay, well, maybe not that. But at Food City, our butchers make almost everything better.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show again on this Friday, broadcasting live in studio, brought to you by Food City. Here's the verse of the broadcast. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. It's out of Mark 11:24. It says, "Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you received it, it'll be yours. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, it will be yours." Now, the most widely read preacher in history, Charles Spurgeon, I love reading Spurgeon's books, wrote that when a person really prays, listen to this is God we're talking about. When a person really says a prayer, it's not a question whether God's going to hear them or not. He must hear them. God's promised to hear prayers. He will perform his promise as he is the most high and true God. He cannot deny himself. He says he will answer your prayer or hear your prayer, he will. And he answers them. Yes, no, or not yet, or not now. It's real simple. They get every one of them get answered. Either you get a yes or a no, or not yet or not right now. To put it simply, take your petitions and needs to him and see if he does not honor you. It's a challenge. What a tremendous thing to have such a power in one's hands is to be able to pray to the God of the universe. Amen. From Charles Spurgeon. Good stuff. Mark 11:24. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you received it, it will be yours. Wow. Hang your hat on that one all day long. Hello to Lori Jess. Hello to Andy up in West Virginia. How you doing, lady? Shalane Chamberlain, Tylene Newman. Thank you all, Frank Giordani. I'm sure I'm butchering that name, and I don't mean to. But thank you all for watching. Top 25 college basketball. Last night, 2 games, no upsets. 15th ranked Michigan held on to beat Rutgers 84-82. 23rd ranked St. Mary's beat Loyola Marymount by 3. Tonight, 1 game on tap. You've got 20th ranked Purdue hosting UCLA tonight in Big Ten basketball. Now, tomorrow, as you would expect, a boatload of them all over the place. You have, at 4 o'clock, a biggie down at the Food City Center. Tennessee, the Volunteers, number 5 in the country, hosting Nate Oates and his Alabama Crimson Tide, who's number 6 ranked team in the country this week. Another top 25 matchup. Number 1 Auburn goes to Rupp Arena. Can the Wildcats knock off Bruce Pearl and the Auburn Tigers right before the tournament starts? We'll see. They play tomorrow at 1 o'clock at Rupp Arena. 12 o'clock games tomorrow. 16th ranked Maryland at Penn State. 13th ranked Clemson. The Tigers will be at Virginia. 2 o'clock game. 10th ranked Texas Tech at Kansas. 2:15 St. John's, Rick Pitino's ball club, up to number 7 in the country. Told you could coach. Got him up there, and you already knew that. It's kind of a silly thing to say, but he's got him right up there where he wants them. They're playing excellent basketball. They'll host Seton Hall tomorrow. 24th ranked Mississippi State at 3:30 hosting LSU. Again, we told you 4 o'clock, Tennessee hosting Alabama at the Food City Center. 4:30 tomorrow, 4th ranked Houston, the Cougars hosting Cincinnati. 14th ranked Missouri, fisherman friend time. 14th ranked Missouri. Watch how fast this clears it up. There you go already. 14th ranked Missouri at Vanderbilt. 19th ranked Louisville tomorrow night. These night games. Missouri at Vanderbilt. 6 o'clock tomorrow night, Louisville, the Cardinals hosting Pittsburgh. Louisville 19th in the country. Number 2 Duke will be hosting Florida State tomorrow night at Cameron at 7 o'clock. 21st ranked Marquette will be at Georgetown. Also tomorrow night, Big 20, top 25 matchup. 12th ranked Texas A&M and number 3 Florida. At 9 o'clock tomorrow night, 22nd ranked Arizona at Iowa State. Arizona number 22. The Cyclones number 9 in the country for Iowa State. At 10 o'clock, the late games, 23rd ranked St. Mary's hosting Oregon State. And 25th ranked BYU hosts West Virginia tomorrow night. So top 25 matchups, Texas A&M at Florida, 12 versus 3. Number 1 Auburn will be at number 17 Kentucky tomorrow afternoon at Rupp Arena. 1 versus 17. And the other big game, of course, we told you, Tennessee number 5, hosting Alabama number 6 in the country tomorrow. That'll be a 4 o'clock tip-off on ESPN, live from the Food City Center in Knoxville. Speaking of Food City, that's our sponsor today, Food City Fridays, where we are, on show number 2240. Panera Soup. They now have Panera Soup at Food City. I don't know if you knew that, but they do have that. Selected varieties, 16-ounce container. Show you the picture right there for only $5. How about that? Very nice deal. I've had it. They're very good. Broccoli and cheese is a really good one. Bring home and heat up. Your buy one, get ones this week. Got the BOGOs going on at all Food Cities. These are good through Tuesday. Nabisco Oreos, buy one, get one free, limit 4. Ooh, that's a good cookie dunking right there. Dunk them in some Food Club milk. That's good for you. You have Nature's Own honey wheat bread, buy one, get one free through Tuesday. You have Food Club shredded cheese, buy one, get one free. You have Prego pasta sauce, buy one, get one free. You have selected varieties of wheat thins, Triscuits, buy one, get one free through Tuesday at all Food Cities. General Mills cereal, buy one, get one free, limit 4. These are all limit 4s, by the way. You have Food Club croutons or salad dressing or Kraft mayonnaise, buy one, get one free through Tuesday. Capri Suns or Sunny D in the gallon jug or the 10-pack Capri Suns, buy one, get one free. That's great for school lunches, limit 4. Bluebell ice cream, 64-ounce tub. Whew, that's some good ice cream. Buy one, get one free. New York, Texas toast or frozen select varieties of Rosina meatballs, buy one, get one free. Totino's pizza rolls, buy one, get one free through Tuesday. And let's see, is that it? That's got them all right there. And then you have The Pepsi products, as we told you, 6-pack of 16-ounce bottles, buy two, get one free through Tuesday. I'm sorry, buy two, get two free. My bad. 6-pack of 16-ounce bottles, you buy two, get two free at all Food Cities through Tuesday. And one more, Starbucks coffee. Selected varieties of Starbucks coffee, $7.99 for an 11 to 12 ounce package or a 10 count. Starbucks coffees for $7.99. And Tony's Pizza, frozen selected varieties of Tony's Pizza for $2.99, limit 4 at all Food Cities. That's through Tuesday. We're here live in the studio on the Food City Friday. Show number, as you see, 2240. Rocking along, big night for high school basketball. Ran down the schedule for you. We'll do it again here in a few minutes. Coming up next, we'll take a break. Going to be joined by Brendan Sweeney, the Associate Athletic Director of Milligan University. We're all about the Buffaloes here on these airways. We love bringing you Buffalo sports, and so we will talk to Brendan about that and see what's going on with the Lady Buffs today at 2 o'clock and the tournament going on at Meadowview, and also the 8 o'clock game tonight for the gentlemen at Meadowview against Montreat. The ladies play Pikeville, Lady Buffaloes, number 1 in the league, and the gentlemen will play Montreat tonight for the semifinals of the tournament, the Appalachian Athletic Conference tournament being played at Meadowview in Kingsport. Hello, Diane Cup. How you doing? Sorry to hear the loss of your husband. He wrote me. It's the coolest thing. I've got it. It's been probably 15, 20 years ago when I was doing the mornings with my buddy John. We called ourselves the dual airbags back in the day. John Quaintance, we're speaking of. Anyway, her husband, who was the judge at the time, sat down and wrote me the nicest letter about the show and the content, and I've still got it. And I saw where we lost him, and I'm sorry about that for you, ma'am. Needless to say, but he made a impression on me way back in the day. Sit down as a judge and wrote a handwritten note and included I'd won an award or something, if I remember correctly, and he cut the article. I know it did. Cut the article out of the paper and sent it. So very nice. So wanted you to know that he made an impact on this old Cowboy's life way back in the day, and I've not forgot that. We were talking about that the other day. If you can't do anything else for people, just be kind. There's so many people out there mad at the world. They got stuff on them. They're tore up. They're jacked up. They're mad. And when you go into some place and you're just not kind to people, it's amazing. When the waitress comes to the table, I've taught the girls, and I do too, is thank you very much, or please and thank you. It's, well, y'all are so nice. Not really. We're just doing what everybody should be doing, but they don't. We're not taking backslaps because of that. But just show kindness. And Judge showed kindness to me. Said I wrote me a handwritten note. He didn't have to do that. He's a busy man, but he wrote it, and I've got it. It was very kind. So anyway, kindness, in fact, it's in the book. We're supposed to be kind. It's one of the attributes of being a Christian, showing kindness. In this day and age, oh yeah, everybody's wrapped tight. You better believe it. If you can show kindness, you go in someplace, just put you a cut above everybody else, I think. Just being nice to people, because people out there are angry, they're upset, they're nervous, they're jittery about this life and the world. And I guess the ones that aren't Christians are wound up tight on a banjo string. But we read the back of the book and we win, so we're okay. But again, for those who aren't, and just in general, whether you don't go up and ask them if they're a Christian or not, be nice to them. Just be nice to everybody. Be kind to everybody. That's what you should be. So anyway, he was very kind to me. That's where I was going with all this. And I've not forgot that. It was a long time ago, and I still have it in my scrapbook. Very nice. Judge Cup. All right, Raymond Husky, how you doing, sir? Derek Nave, hello. Jared Ellis. Barb Bosk, that's a new name, thank you. Lori Jess is a new name, thank you. And Andy is not a new name, but hello, lady, thank you. Shalane Chamberlain is a new one. Tylene Newman is a new one. So thank you all. The show continues to grow because it's his show. We dedicate it to him every day. Before I give you the verse, I'll give it to you one more time, then we'll take a break and get Brendan on here, let him talk a little sports, because he's got lots going on. He's got baseball happening today and all kinds of things happening, and basketball tournament games. Mark 11:24 says, therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you received it, and it will be yours. That comes from the Lord himself. Mark 11:24. So he's not Santa Claus by any stretch of imagination, but he does answer prayer. I know people take a list to him. Now, after you get done with this one, I need this answer. And that's not quite the way it works. And you got to be plugged into what it's got to be what he wants for you, because he knows the best for you better than you and I know each other. Book says he knows as much about us, knows the hairs on our head. Not even your mama knows that. So he wants the best for you, and sometimes what you pray for is not what he thinks is best. So, as I said earlier, your answer will be a yes or a no or not right now or not yet. So, quick break. We'll check in with Brendan Sweeney, the Associate Athletic Director of Milligan University, next on show number 2240 of the Tom Douglas Sports Show in studio on a Food City Friday.
It's important to hire a professional because you want a quality, trained, and licensed person working in your home. All of my staff are factory trained and have years of experience. With today's technology in heating and air conditioning systems, you want a trained professional working on your system. Our motivation to provide our customers with the best service is years of experience. Happy.
Sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Real simple. A lot of furniture stores out there. Why come shop at Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings?
One of the biggest reasons people really rave about is 95% of every piece of furniture you see in our store, you can have it tomorrow. Don't wait 6 weeks. You can have it tomorrow. We're a firm believer in having stuff in stock. We have a 31,000 square foot warehouse, which is a huge warehouse. It's actually one of the largest warehouses of any furniture store in the Tri-Cities. And it's full of furniture. And we keep it that way because we want you to be able to come in, select it today, enjoy it tomorrow. If not the same day. Sunday, sometimes we deliver the same day. So
it's just that simple, folks. So phone number to get a hold of you is
423-543-6937.
How do we find you on social media?
Just look under Facebook, look under Cannon Furniture. It will pop up everywhere. Also on Facebook, we're running specials all during the week. You'll see maybe some of them may be limited quantities, it's short period, but they're crazy prices. Like that chest you were talking about, $147 for a chest it's a crazy price, and it'll probably be gone within a few hours. But we're always running specials like that. Our website is cannonshomestore.com. We are improving it every day. We're going to make some major changes to our website. We're excited about that.
It's all right here, folks, in downtown Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, buy Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Great sponsor, proud sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
And back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Whoops. And back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Let's take a look real quick again at basketball coming up tonight. We'll get Brandon on. We have 4A, it's tomorrow night. Let's go to the girls' night. Ladies are doing it tonight, the regional tournament. So you have in 4A Science Hill hosting Morristown East, Dobbins Minute traveling to Jeff County, Daniel Boone traveling to Sevier County, and Westridge will host Morristown West tonight in girls basketball. Single elimination. If you lose, it's over. The opening round of the regional. That's in 4A. In 3A tonight, you look up and down the ledger, you see Crockett, the Lady Pioneers, hosting Cherokee, Granger hosting Unicoi County, Elizabethton goes to Greenville. Oh, I got them mixed up. Yep, I got them mixed up. My fault. These are the guys who's tomorrow night. Yep. I thought I had them separated, but I did not. My bad. So let's start over. Let's try it again. You have in 4A basketball tonight for the ladies, Daniel Boone hosting Jefferson County. Science Hill goes to Sevier County tonight. Dobbins Minutes ladies travel to Morristown East. They're all at 7 o'clock starts. And Westridge will also host Morristown West tonight for the girls. Yep, 4A. All right, let's go to 3A. Crockett's ladies hosting Cherokee. Elizabethton travels to Granger tonight. Lady Cyclones on the road. Unicoi County will be at Greenville. And Tennessee High hosting Volunteer tonight at Viking on 3A. In 2A tonight, the Hampton Lady Bulldogs hosting Oneida. South Green will travel to Alcoa. Happy Valley goes to Gatlinburg Pittman. And Chucky Doak will be home to Pigeon Forge tonight. And girls regional play. Again, all the winners move on and the losers are eliminated. In single-A basketball, Unaka hosting nobody. They got a bye tonight. They'll play Monday. Cloudland will go to Washburn tonight. It is University High traveling to Cosby, and North Green, the Lady Huskies, home to Hancock County. And all that's going on tonight. Winners move on for the ladies, and losers go home. Single elimination. We'll go down to the guys coming up here in just a little while. So we'll put those right here so we don't get them mixed up again. There you go. Quick break. We'll be right back. We'll get Brendan Swinney on as we promised. He joins us next right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Shows. We'll work our way through this Friday. Show number 2240. We'll be right back after this from one of our great sponsors, the good folks from Brummett Sports. Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brummett Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brummett Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummettSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brummett Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show on this Food City Friday. Let's go. We'll get him on just in a second. He's coming out of a meeting, he said, so we'll get him on here in just a few minutes. It's busy time for Milligan Sports right now, and I get that. All right, so, Coach, let's take a look at some college football news. Coach Josh Heupel adding former Oklahoma offensive coordinator Seth Littrell to his staff. Expect to be an analyst role. Going to pay him some big money to do this, of course. Hello, Tony Brown. Hello to Reba Whitehead. Heupel and Littrell, captains on the Sooners' 2000 national championship team. They spent parts of the past 2 seasons he did on Oklahoma's staff. He got fired as their offensive coordinator after the Sooners lost 3 of the first 4 SEC games. Brent Venables let him go. They were plagued by inconsistency at quarterback and a rash of injuries at receiver. Tennessee will play him November the 1st in Knoxville. So Seth Littrell is on the staff now for the Tennessee Volunteers. All right, leaders of the college football playoffs asking for more information before they decide whether to change the way teams are seeded in the 12-team playoff this fall. The 10 FBS commissioners in Notre Dame met on Tuesday when we were off. They are considering a straight seeding format this year, which would reward the selection committee's top 4 teams with a first-round bye instead of the 4 highest-ranked conference champions as it was this past season. So let's say that again. They are thinking about rewarding the selection committee's top 4 teams with a first-round bye instead of the 4 highest-ranked conference. Didn't say it right. Instead of the 4 highest-ranked conference champions, as was the case this past season. So now you come down to the guys in the room, going to make the decision who the top 4 teams are. Okay, you like that? Last year it was that's how they went too, first-round buys, but they brought in some conference championships and records and so on and so forth, and they will this time too. But the top 4 teams will get a first-round bye instead of the 4 highest-ranked conference champions, as was the case this past season. So the management committee has to unanimously agree to any format change before the 2025 season. They got to do it pretty quick, obviously. So last week in a meeting in New Orleans involving the SEC and Big Ten, both those commissioners said they would vote in favor of straight seating model. They like that. So guess where it's going? That's what it's going to be, because they're the big boys. They got all the leverage at the table, and the big boys are going to get what they want, and that's what they want. So if they said that they're in favor of it, more than likely it's going to happen. So in that format, number 3 seed, the Mountain West Conference champion Boise State, number 4 seed, Big 12 champion Arizona State would not have earned first-round buys, and they didn't deserve them because they weren't ranked in the committee's top 4. So there's a $4 million payout that comes with advancing to a quarterfinal. That's in addition to $4 million for reaching the playoff, for a total of $8 million earned by the respective conference. So that plays into it as well. ACC Commissioner Jim Phillips says any decision for 2025 will have to be made with the new 6-year contract, which begins in 2026 in mind. We got to make sure they're coherent, and so they're going to meet again in March. Could be a virtual conference because of the hectic scheduling nature of the basketball season. Any decision coming out of that March meeting for this fall could happen next month or at the annual CFP spring meeting in April. So it's important we make these decisions for 25 now, says Clark, because they're going to impact what happens in 2026 and beyond. That's the CFP director, executive director, Rich Clark. So there you go. So that is a big deal. They're going to take the top 4 based on the committee. The SEC and Big Ten said they like that, so it's good as done. They're going to get what they want. They've said that. All right, college football games in the spring becoming a thing of the past. Some more schools. It started in Nebraska. We had it for you, the story a couple of weeks ago. It started with Nebraska. He got the ball rolling. He announced his team will not play a spring game, which routinely attracts 60,000 fans. Hello, Chad Davis. Hello to Milford Logan and James Hardy and Tony Brown. Reba Whitehead, thank you all for watching. He says it's pretty fundamental. Last year was one of the more televised spring games, and I dealt with a lot of people offering our players a lot of opportunities after that, name, image, and likeness. To go out and bring in a bunch of new players and showcase them for all the other schools to watch doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Since then, schools, Ohio State and Texas, have announced they will do away with the spring game format that has existed for years. So while Nebraska said they're going to do it because of the transfer portal and tampering with their players, these 2 schools said they got their own reasons for eliminating the spring game. Ohio State says we're tired. So he's starting practice on March 17th due to a national championship winning season. It stretched all the way to January 20th. I don't buy that. These are college kids. I don't buy that at all. Buckeye spring slate culminates in a spring showcase on April the 12th. Ohio State will also hold a fan event ahead of the event. Texas, Steve Arcasian says that they are tired too. They're not going to host a spring game. They're going to test an NFL-style spring with organized team activities leading up to scrimmages and position-on-position work. He cited Texas's increased on-field workload. They played 30 games over the last 2 years. And better opportunity to develop young talent as reasons behind the cancellation. Southern Cal says they're going to do away with theirs. Trojans called it off due to the risk of injuries. So they're going to do away with their spring game at Southern Cal. And the Seminoles of Florida State have now announced they're not going to host a spring game due to ongoing renovations to Doak Campbell Stadium. Even though Florida State's spring game wasn't impacted by external concerns, Seminoles coach Mike Norvell seems to think modern college football is trending away from spring games. Well, yes. So he says you only get 15 days. I don't want to spend a day. It's not as productive as the other days. So you got Nebraska, Ohio State, Texas, North Carolina State. I jumped over there and forgot to give you that one. NC State's no longer doing a spring game. Dave Duran said all 15 of his team's spring practices will be closed to the public. There'll be no open spring game. North Carolina State welcomes new offensive defensive coordinators this offseason, so Doran doesn't want to tip his hand what the overall scheme could look like, so they're not going to have anything. So it's getting that competitive in the Wild Wild West. We're now doing away with spring football games. Tennessee will have theirs in April. So, but anyway, I do see both sides. If I put a bunch of my players out there on national television, or certainly accessible by national TV in one of the cable channels, and let's use somebody right here on the screen. How about we're going to use Chad Davis? Never met the man. He's probably a great football player. Chad's out there wearing one side or the other for the spring football game, and he gets calls because these guys did from agents going, Chad, I saw you on TV, buddy. You look really good. We'd love to have you, and here's what we can pay you to come play football for us. That happened. Matt Rule, the coach of Nebraska, said he lost 6 guys that way. So he didn't want to put them out there where they can see them. NC State's got new coordinators and may coming up with a brand new play calling scheme. And they thought, well, we don't want to put it out there and tip everybody off what we're going to be doing in the fall. Makes perfect sense. On the flip side and the downside, you got fans. Hello, Ashley Jenkins. How you doing? You've got fans out there who want to meet the players. It's kind of a laid-back spring football game. Players hang around for autographs and photo sessions, get your picture of your favorite player or the coach, and so on and so forth. It's a big family-like atmosphere. They sell tickets. They make money. I get that part too. So I see the school's part of it. I see the coach's part of it. But to tell me they're tired, I don't buy that for a minute. Well, we've played 60 games. Okay. But you haven't played since, what? When was the national championship? Early January? Here it is, February, March. You're hitting 60 days that these college boys can bounce back. They can bounce back in one day. I've seen them do it. You know that. And I knew that. So I ain't buying that part of it. Well, we need to rest them up. I do buy the part about not showing our hand as far as plays. I do get it that you only have 15 days to practice in the spring, so you take one of those to have a kind of the get-together. But then the fans who, on the flip side of that, the fans, hello, Francis Russell and Donald Dyer, how y'all doing? The fans who are shelling out big bucks for season tickets would like to come out in the spring, have my son or my daughter, grandson, granddaughter, or myself, or my wife, or my whoever, to get a picture taking my favorite player, get an autograph signing, and that's usually when these things happen. They have a scrimmage, and after that they have a kind of meet and greet with the fans, the players do. So I see that part too. So you're taking that away from the fans unless you redo it another way. And I think one of the schools said they're going to do something different. It was Ohio State. They're going to have a chance for the fans to do that, to meet their favorite player and so on and so forth. But, I see that part too from the fan standpoint. Look, getting ticket increases. We've got organizations now that they would like for you to give to their organization for the NIL. You strictly put money in a kitty to pay a kid to play. They're trying to get that ramped up now, a lot of the schools. And so, in fact, down at UT, I was listening to Lady Ball games last night. They've got it's called a Boost Her Club, which I thought was pretty catchy. A Boost Her Club. So all the schools are doing that too. So you're asking the fans to pony up a lot of them more money, or the same money. It ain't cheap anyway, but it's the same as last year for season tickets. And on top of that, in an NIL or some other way to give to the school. So the fans want to say, okay, we're good for that. We'll do that, but we'd like to meet the players we're paying for. We're sitting in the seats on Saturdays to watch the games. We'd like to kind of see who these people are. We've always done it that way. So I see the fan standpoint too. So who wins out? Well, the coaches will. So the fans won't. And as I said, Ohio State's going to do some kind of an abbreviated or watered down, if you will, meet and greet with the players. But so I get both sides, just who's going to the squeaky wheel gets the grease, who's going to squeak it the loudest. And I would think the coaches are going to get their way. That's what it looks like. No schools have come out and said, overrode it, so no, we're going to have one. Nobody's bucked them. So I guess that's how it's going to stand. So who wins? Well, obviously the coaches win. So they're getting the way. Tom Taylor Sports Show. We are at Tom Taylor Sports Show studio today. This is where all started 10 years ago. Right here we got it going. And so we're up to show number 2000. 240 here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Deals for days at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. Cosmic Crisp apples. Slice some bad boys with a little peanut butter on them. Good stuff. $1.49 a pound at all Food Cities. The snack cups made fresh in store. 3 for $5 today and tomorrow. This picture shows broccoli. That shows a cup of broccoli. You can get a cup of fresh cut pineapple or cantaloupe or muskmelon or watermelon. All those 3 for $5 today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. Jimmy Dean bacon 12-ounce package for $3.99. The in-store made Long Johns or apple fritters for $3.99, made in the bakery fresh every day, today and tomorrow. Pepsi products, 12-pack, 12-ounce cans for $4.99 today and tomorrow. Ritz crackers, $1.99 for a box of Ritz crackers right now, or Betty Crocker fruit snacks. Powerade, got those on sale today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. An 8-pack of 20-ounce bottles for $4.99. And GFG Bonus Blend Coffee, 30-ounce container limit 2 for $6.99. Today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. 2 more here. Misty Mountain Spring Water, 24-pack, 16-ounce bottles, $4.99. $5 for 24 bottles of water. That's a good deal. And Little Debbie Big Pack snack cakes. These are the big packs for $2.99, limit 4 at all Food Cities. And we're still going to get some cold weather. So soup's good. Really, soup's good anytime. It's year-round for me. I eat soup all the time. Progresso soup, 3 cans for $5. Today and tomorrow at all Food Cities. Hello to Jessica Tyson. How you doing, lady? Thank you for watching the show. So this is show number 2240. Monday we'll be back in the saddle, Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Today we're doing Here in Studio, brought to you by Food City. Value every day. Food City. All right, quick break. We'll go to Mr. Baseball. Brendan's in a meeting, so we'll move on to the next one. We'll go to Mr. Baseball, Greg Salyer. What's going on in the bigs? He tells us all about that next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show right after this. From one of our great sponsors, Making It Go. We can't be without them, folks. Remember that. We are here on this airwaves most every day. Have been a couple days this week. Most every days we're here because of the folks that we're getting ready to show you. The good folks at, this case, Double C Western Supply on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And again, with Double C Western Supply, a lot of Western stores out there. What do you feel like separates Double C from all the other competition?
I feel like there's a lot of things that separate us. Our customer service, I feel like we help our customers very well. I feel like we're very friendly, and at least we try to be. We strive to be a friendly, family-based business. I also feel like our prices are very good. I feel like we try to keep our prices and our merchandise to a point that the whole family can shop here. And I mean, some things do have to be a little more expensive just because of the nature, but I feel like we try to keep our prices down low enough. And just we're always just striving to get the next newest merchandise, the best merchandise that we can for them, and just we just try our best to do the best we can all the time. So I feel like, mainly that our customer service and our prices kind of differentiate us.
There you go.
Yeah.
Double C Western Supply on Railroad Street in Elizabeth. And again, social media, they're there. And also the website, doublecwestern.com. So, proud sponsor of the show, Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Miss Diane and the great folks at Double C Western Supply in Elizabeth. And be loyal, buy local, buy it in Betsy. Amazon doesn't sponsor your ball teams, but Double C Western Supply does. You're one of our great sponsors. Christmas Club Savings Account for next year. Tell me about it.
Yes, let's talk about it, because now you're going to have 12 months to do this. What better time than right now to open your Christmas Club Savings? There's no cost on this. This is just something that we can help you transfer automatic funds, either weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, out of your check. So that way you won't even have to worry about it. And each time that you have that transferred, either you can do it yourself or deposit into this account, or we can have automatic draft set up. That's just convenient for you. And like I said, it's just another sub account to your savings and checking at Northeast Community Credit Union. So if you have any questions, visit bemycu.org or come in and see us at one of our convenient locations, or call 423-547-1200.
And you cut checks when? Next year? October, November? So when you get your checks?
Yes.
Save it up all year?
Yeah, so direct deposit could be your monthly paycheck.
Okay.
And so you can allocate a percentage of that paycheck into the Christmas Club. And that way, when you get to October, November, it's going to be built up. And so it's a great feature, and people love it.
The Christmas Club Savings Account for Christmas 2024
Yes.
from Northeast Community Credit Union, one of our great sponsors of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. And back with the Tom Douglas Sports Show, let's go to the ponies there. Mr. Baseball, Greg Sire, good morning, or actually good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
Hey, Tom, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I was whistling, just waiting for Andrew to stop talking about the Christmas Club, but now's a good time. By the way, in case you're wondering, nobody wants to know this, but I checked this morning. 299 days till Christmas Eve. So there you go. So now be good. people out there going, shut up. We don't want to hear that. So, and I don't blame them. So, but the more important days coming up is daylight savings time. And what's that? 7 days next weekend. We get to push the clocks back. Yeehaw, push them forward, I guess. Get an extra hour of daylight, which is great. It's starting to warm up a little bit. Got a couple of cool snaps coming through here, but looks like it's going to be in the 40s and 50s, even 60s next week. So it's getting good around here. So spring daylight savings time for all of us will be next weekend. And so we're excited about that. Mr. Baseball, man, lots going on. Let's start. I'm going to throw some at you, and then you got some to throw back at me. But let's start with the New York Mets. We talked in the offseason. Went and got these pitchers and setting on go and look good on paper. Now the second pitcher has come up lame. So give us the very latest on the New York Mets. They're out shopping for pitchers right now.
So, yeah, the Mets are. So every team's still looking for pitchers. I was just. It was funny because I was just reading an article because it seems like the Reds have an overabundance of starters, and it says that they've got 3 guys they're targeting to sign to a free agent contract as a pitcher. So it seems like everybody's looking for a pitcher right now. Yeah, I think if you would like to take in Marcus Stroman, might be out there and be available if you would be willing to talk to the Yankees about him, maybe because, they're talking about moving him to the bullpen, and he says no, he's a starting pitcher, but he looks like he's the 6th man in that rotation, so that may be that he's going to be out of a job or doing something different than what he would like to be doing, unless they have some issues as well. But yeah, the Mets. So on paper. Sean Manaea has now come down with an injury that's going to keep him out for at least the opening of the season. I don't know that they've said yet how long they think he's going to be out. Of course, Frankie Montas was the first guy that they lost that they said would not be ready for opening day. I think Sean Manaea was probably the guy they were trying to think of as maybe their opening day starter. That's not going to happen for them. And yeah, so I look to the Mets to go out and find somebody, probably a free agent that somebody hasn't picked up, because there's still a few guys out there that are out there, or they might try to make a trade, which is not an ideal time though to look for pitching. It's we're 4 weeks away from opening day, so it's not a good time to be looking for it, but it seems like that's where they are, and leave it to the Mets. They're gonna open up the checkbook. They're gonna do what they need to do to get somebody in there that can be ready to go on opening day.
Well, I just got this story just breaking here. Sean Magrill, the shoulder for the Mets, he's out for the 2025 season with a shoulder problem. So, isn't that his first name, Sean?
Wow.
Isn't that Sean Magrill? Let's see.
Yeah.
Nick Magrill.
Nick
Madrigal, Madrigal. Utility infielder to miss the entire season with a shoulder surgery. So there's 3 guys on the injury, and you came into camp last week. Everybody's ready to roll, and so boom. I thought I read where they went and got Jose Urena. Did they go sign him on a one-year scholarship, 1-year contract for the Mets, trying to bolster their pitching?
I don't remember that.
Yeah, I think so.
Look.
Mm-hmm. I'm almost sure I had that last. Maybe right here. Let's see if I've got it in my stack of stuff.
They maybe did. I can't remember.
Yeah, they signed it. Yeah, it's in the last 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you're right. I do see that now.
You sound surprised. I think you're right, Tom.
Yeah, you are right. Yeah, they signed him to a minor league deal, and hoping he can step up. And yeah, he's probably going to be that guy. They're probably going to step in and put a little more pressure on to see if they can get him to be that one of those. Yeah, he'll be at the tail end of the rotation, but he's probably a guy that they can stick in there to start every fifth day if they need to.
So the last guy,
he's a 10-year veteran, so
yeah,
he's got some experience under his belt. So guy you can use.
Yep. Well, since Flaherty signed a couple of weeks ago, really, I mean, you're out there just kind of piecemealing. All the big dogs are off the table right now, aren't they?
They are. Yeah, they really are. I as far as pitching goes, I really can't think of anybody that's still out there that, a team not be really interested in going after and saying, yeah, this guy can be, a number 2 guy, at least in our rotation. I don't know if there's anybody out there that you would say would be that at this point.
We're talking to Greg Sire, Mr. Baseball, in studio, as you can tell. Show number 2240, the Tom Daly Sports Show, again, in the house today, brought to you by Food City. So you look at Nolan Arenado. Now, when they played the Yankees, of course, all the reporters said, you're really going to try and put on a show because you're playing the Yankees, that's where you want to go. He said, no. It's the third or fourth game of spring training. I'm out here doing my job. So still nothing on Nolan Arenado. I guess right now we're getting this close to opening day. He's going to stay. But how would you like to go in someplace? I mean, I think the players like him, but the management doesn't want him. He doesn't want to be there. But they've not come up with a team that he wanted to go to. They tried to ship him to the Astros in the summer, and he said no. I mean, in the winter, over the winter, he said no.
Right.
And they want to go to the Red Sox, and they signed Bregman, so that's out. So how would you like to go into a job every day? In this case, Nolan Arenado, it says, he looks around. I guess the players want him, but clearly the management wants him out of there. So it's like, I can't imagine feeling real good about myself walking into someplace and go, oh, yeah, you came back today. So anyway, that's what's going on with Arenado, right?
Yeah, so the management wants rid of his contract is what they want rid of.
Well, yeah, but it's him, so
maybe not necessarily him, but they want rid of his contract. I think any team would feel fortunate to have Nolan Arenado as their third baseman, but the contract is a little bit difficult for the Cardinals right now. With because let's face it, they've gone into a full blown rebuild. And when you do that, you want to shed all those big contracts that you can, and they've still got Sonny Gray, and he's they're paying him a little bit of change to be their ace on their pitching staff, and they would love to shed Nolan Arenado's contract. So they're looking for somebody that they're not going to have to pay a lot of money to take that contract, because that's typically what happens. Some of these teams they'll take somebody, but you got to pay a certain amount of their contract going forward. And the Cardinals are not interested in that type of deal. The Yankees, from my understanding, after that day when they played, they cooled on him a little bit. It wasn't because of the way he played or anything like that, but it just seemed like that they just weren't as interested as maybe everybody thought they were. I saw an interview with Aaron Boone, and he just kind of didn't address the situation. He was smart enough to not even comment, because he's got guys on his team that's going to be playing, and he doesn't want to alienate any of those guys. But he did not go there. He didn't talk anything about the possibility of trading for Nolan Arenado. But you would think that most teams would love to have him on their team, but the contract is a problem. That's for sure.
So, well, some of the guys look at him, some of the ownership look at him, see dollar signs. They may like him as a person and going, this guy's going to cost us a lot of money. We don't really want him to be here. So we'll see. They may trade him at the last minute, and somebody gets, much like we just saw with the Mets pitching, somebody gets hurt. They go, we need a third baseman, and go get Nolan Arenado. We'll see. But right now he is a St. Louis Cardinal, and they are in a full rebuild for the franchise. So he's not part of the plans. They've already dumped Goldschmidt. He went to the Yankees, didn't he?
He went to the Yankees.
Yeah.
He did.
So Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is now open. He's not going to talk any more about it. He said once the spring training starts, we will not talk any more about it till after the season. But he's now said at one point, he said he would never play for the New York Yankees. He's changed his tune. Guess he sees a lot of money laying over there. So Guerrero Jr. opens the season in Toronto, will play the season in Toronto. But there again, you're the management, look down, watch him play every game thinking, okay, next year there's a 50-50 shot that guy's not going to be there. Wouldn't that kind of be tough on morale, too, for the Toronto Blue Jays in the clubhouse?
Yeah, you would think it would be. Now I look at him to have a really fantastic season, because this is his free agent year, so he can go out there and really prove to everybody, hey, that I'm legit. I'm the guy that you want to go after and be your first baseman or your DH or something like that. And you got to think about the Yankees for just a minute, So they've had Anthony Rizzo. He had one good year. I think it was 2022. It was the year that he really played well. But the last couple of years, he's been injured and just really didn't perform well at first base when he was able to play. And now they go out and get Goldschmidt. But you think about it, Goldschmidt's 37, 38 years old. And, he's not going to be around forever. And Guerrero has a long future ahead of him still in Major League Baseball. It seems like the guy's been around forever, but he's still young because he came up when he was like 19, I think, or something like that. So he's still young, even though it seems like he's been playing for a long time. And he is, the Yankees would have to think about him, because they're one of the teams that would be able to afford him because he's going to get paid. That's for sure. When that free agent contract is signed, I look for him to really get a good deal wherever it is that he goes. And so in saying that, there's a limited number of teams that's going to be able to pay him what he thinks he's going to be worth, and the Yankees are one of those teams. So, so never say never, because when you say I would not do something, that's usually when you end up doing it.
Absolutely. No question. You have to go back. Yeah, you have to bite the bullet. We're live here in studio talking to our buddy, Mr. Baseball, who'll be back with us live Wednesday. We'll be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. And so you look at my man coming from the Marlins, Alcantara, through 99 since his first assignment since Tommy John surgery. That's bringing it, isn't he?
Yeah, it is. I'll tell you, he looks sharp. I was able to watch his first outing. He did. He looked really, really sharp. Of course, we're talking about a former Cy Young Award winner, and it almost seems like he was the forgotten man when he had that Tommy John surgery, because almost we've just forgot about him, that he's coming back to the Marlins, and now he's back, and he's going to win some games for the Marlins this year, and he may win some 1-0, 2-1 games or something like that, because they're not going to score a lot of runs probably, but he is going to win some games because this guy is a legitimate number one starter, and I'm happy for him. I hope he comes back and really shows himself to be that top-notch pitcher that we know he can be.
I'm starting to look for that article. I mean, it's literally sitting right here in front of me. I love it. The Mets down a number of starting pitchers, signing veteran right-hander Jose Urena. He had 33 appearances last year with the Rangers, and so he had let's see, what was it? A 1.79 strikeout to walkout ratio, appeared in 33 games with the Rangers, 1.04 ERA, splitting the season between the rotation and the bullpen. So Jose Urena, a 10-year veteran, signing for the beat-up and tore up and injured-riddled New York Mets pitching staff. You look at the White Sox, their left fielder Andrew Benintendi. Did I say that right? Benintendi?
Yeah.
Missing 4 to 6 weeks with a broken hand, got hit by a pitch. I saw that on the highlight package, and I thought, ouch. Broke his hand, he's out 4 to 6 weeks. That's going to be tough.
Yeah, so, you look at a team like the White Sox, they need everybody they can get. Because, if you think about it, he's one of their stars. He's one of the frontline guys on the White Sox team. And for him to be sidelined now 4 to 6 weeks with that broken hand, and that's the chance every batter takes when he steps into the batter's box. And it happens way more than we like to see it happen, for sure. Because we don't want to see it happen at all, but it happens a lot. And that's so unfortunate for the White Sox and for Andrew Benintendi as well. But, that's a blow to them because they needed him in their lineup every day. And it's going to be at least the end of April probably before he's available.
We'll run down the high school basketball regional games tonight in single A, double A, triple A, and 4A for the ladies. It's an elimination game. It's lose or go home. The boys will do it tomorrow night. We'll run down all those for you coming up here in a few minutes before we get out of here. Plus the top 25 basketball schedule tomorrow. Tennessee's got a big one at 4 o'clock at the Food City Center in Knoxville, hosting the Alabama Crimson Tide, number 6 in the land. So that's one of 3 top 25 matchups. We'll run on down through all those for you coming up here in a few minutes. What are you hearing about Shohei Ohtani? He's going to go back, try to pitch now. He was a dual threat till he got hurt, had surgery, and he's set out a year pitching. Now he's going to come back and try it again. What are you hearing about Ohtani's comeback as a pitcher for the Dodgers?
So it sounds like he looks sharp. From what I've heard, he looks sharp on the mound. Everything's breaking like it should. And if it's breaking good in Arizona, then it's going to do really well in other places because breaking pitches just don't break as much there because of the lack of humidity, I guess you could say, and stuff like that you see there. So, and it sounds like his pop was there too. I mean, I don't know that he was letting it fly completely, but I heard he was throwing 93, 94 miles an hour, and he's known to be even faster than that. So, I look for him to be back on the mound and that double threat, with the bat and the arm as well. And it's he's legitimate whether he's on the mound or at the plate. He's a great player either way, one of the best, either at pitching or at hitting. So love the fact that he's going to be on the mound again. I think that's going to be good for baseball because you like to see the guy out there doing what he does best. And seeing him DH last year, okay, that's good. And he had a fantastic season. He had a monster season. But to see him, and of course, unfortunately in the World Series, he was hurt and really didn't produce like we were used to seeing him produce. But to think that he's going to be back on the mound this year, I think that's just a wonderful thing.
Is your mother watching today?
She's watching. Yes, she is.
Is this the grocery day for her? I know she was watching, or she's at Food City Shopping, so she is watching?
If she's not watching live, she'll catch us later.
Okay. Hi, Ev.
Yeah, but she'll see it.
Tom, you're so goofy. Thank you, Ev. It's his mother. She always calls me, you're so goofy. I got some new names to say hello to. I'm going to get your take on. We're in Braves country and Reds country. We'll see what you got going on with those teams here in just a second. Hello to Diana Taylor, Ron Bierman, new name. Alan Hoxbergen, hope I'm saying that right, new name. John Griffin, Michael Chubb, Margaret Lawley, Sean Bradley, another record month last month compared to last year. Thank you all for the viewership. B. Chalmers, Nancy Salazar, Dennis Fast, Dallas Doty, D-O-D-Y, or Dottie. I guess it's going to be body with a D, but Dallas, hello, sir. Kathy Valentine, Linda Aliff, Denise Johnson, Gloria Lookhart, Phil Clark, Tom Nowak, Dylan Marcus, Blake and Ashley Tyree, Justin Knock, and Eric Lipscomb, and Gary and Pam Craven. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate you. We have him on every week. Mr. Baseball, we weren't on Wednesday, so we got him today. So we're in Braves country and Reds country. What are we hearing? Let's start with the Atlanta Braves. What are you hearing about the Braves in spring training? First of all, let me ask you this. How big or how important, if you got to have looked at the standings, if you got a team not doing so hot in spring training or you got a team smoking at spring training, does it mean anything at all to spring training games? I guess how much weight do these teams, these franchises, these owners, how much do they put on spring training games?
Yeah, not a whole lot. not a whole lot. I mean, you like to see your team win, and you want to see these guys produce, and so you want to see everybody play well and all of that. But there's things guys are working on. The pitcher may be out there working on a certain pitch that particular day that he's trying to nail down for the regular season, and he may throw a pitch more often in a spring training game than he ever would in a regular season game because he's working on it to try to get it ready so that he can use it in the regular season. And because he's focused on something like that, the outcome of the game probably doesn't matter as much to him. But so I don't think you can really pay a lot of attention to the outcome of the games in spring training. But I mean, everybody wants to win, and they're going to do what they can to win. But they're not that worried about it.
They're not getting ready to jump off a bridge if they don't have a very good spring training, is what you're saying. Okay.
No, they are not. They are definitely not.
Hello, Cliff Bennett. Hello to Shane Zoller. Hello to Lonnie Coombs. Hello to Randy Caulfield. Hope I'm saying it right. Hello to Janet Lamons. Thank you, Lamons, for watching the show. And Lisa Bradley down in Jonesboro. Miss Lisa, love her and Gary. Great peeps. Thanks for watching the show. We hope to be there Monday. I hope so. That's the goal. If we can get everything pulled together, we hope to be out again on Monday to see what's going on in the regional basketball games. We're running all down for you coming up here in a minute. The girls again play tonight. The boys are tomorrow night. Regional play. Elimination games. It's do or die or win or go home. So a lot of pressure on these games tonight for the ladies and guys. And the ultimate quest, of course, to get to the state tournament coming up in a couple of weeks in Murfreesboro. All right, let's go to the Braves camp. What are you hearing about Atlanta Braves baseball and spring training right now?
Okay, so the Atlanta Braves, as you think about their roster and where they are and all the things that they're doing, you know, I kind of like where they are, but I think they also, you know, they may be that team that is really, really good enough to win during the regular season, and I'm not sure if they're really built for the short series that we see at the end of the season. I'm anxious to see what will happen with that, and you know, because they got Chris Sales, their number one starter. I think they're going to put Ronaldo Lopez in as that number 2 guy, and they're not going to put all the pressure on Spencer Strider, because if you remember when he got hurt, he was the guy that they were focusing on. I mean, you talk about pressure. He felt like he had to win every time he went out, and I think they're going to try to take some of that pressure off of him. I think they're going to you know, have other guys that they feel like they can count on. Schwellenbach is one of the guys. AJ Smith-Shawver, I think we'll see him. I think we'll see Bryce Elder. You gotta have depth in your starting rotation. They still got Ian Anderson as well, so I think they'll have some depth there for the rotation. You know, so I'm not as fond of their bullpen. They went out and got Buck Farmer. I think that was a good move for them. Everybody was saying the Reds needed to re-sign him. They did not do that, but the Braves did get him. And it was a minor league deal. I mean, it wasn't like they had to go out and pay a lot of money for him. And he put up some pretty quality performances last year. Well, the last couple of years, we've seen him be pretty consistent. So that probably was a good move for them. You know, I like their lineup. You know, Jurickson Profar came in with them. They've still got Jared Kelnick as well, Michael Harris II. In their outfield, and you know, Ron Acuna Jr. is not going to be ready for opening day. I think that does hurt them a little bit. I think they're going to miss him greatly in their lineup, but I think they've still got a great lineup. I mean, you know, anytime you got Matt Olson in the middle of your lineup, and then Marcell Ozuna too. So Ozuna can continue to play like he has the last few years. I think they're going to be thrilled with him. You know, he hasn't shown to be, I guess, as bad in the clubhouse as I thought he might be, because he seems to be doing okay with the Braves. And you know, if you remember when he was with the Cardinals, that was an issue with him in the clubhouse. So maybe he's got all those things worked out, and hopefully so. And I think the Braves are going to hang around. You know, we're going to see them there fighting for that division lead.
You're okay with the starting rotation then?
Well,
it is what it is.
Okay, you put it up. It is what it is. You put it up against the Phillies, and I would say, yeah, they're lacking. You know, because I think the Phillies have one of the best rotations in baseball. So you put them up against the Phillies, and I said, yeah, you know, does the starting rotation compare there? They're going to have Strider be Strider again to do that. You know, I think they'll be okay. I think they're going to finish in the top 3 in that division. I think one way or another. If the Mets were not having such health issues right now, you know, I think you could say the Mets had a good chance to win that division or maybe be second in the division. But they're having some health issues, so I think that's going to help the Braves some as long as the Braves can stay healthy. I think they've got pretty decent shot. I mean, you know, I think they're going to win a lot of games. They're going to be right there at the end.
Hello to Evelyn Story. Hello to Nathan Pillsbury. Hello to Nita Fox. Hello to Brian Jordan. Hello to Benjamin Umbarger. And hello to Velton, Velton. If I butcher his names, I don't mean to, of course. Velton Robson, Joe K. Wood, and Darcy and Tim Graves. I got to put my glasses back on. I thought I was going to get by with not having to, but that print's small. Or small for me. Ruth Bauman, Jewel Berry, Jessica Terrell, Valerie Baggett, Johnny Hutchins, John Brusk, Christopher Munoz, Marianne Tarver Thompson, MJ Olson. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you very, very much watching the show. So bring them on video. No. Not going to join video. So Anyway, so my big fat finger at the wrong button. Soon, MJ Olson, thank you for watching. So we're also in Reds country. What are you hearing about the Cincinnati Reds? They're going to have a good year. We're looking forward to Francona being the manager. So what do you think?
Yeah, so I think Frank Cona, just him being there is going to make a huge difference for this team. I think he's good for probably. I think he's good for at least 5 wins over last season. Just the fact that Frank Cona is going to be the manager. One of the things that the Reds are having to figure out is who's going to be playing where on the infield, and that's always an issue for them. It seems like because they have an overabundance of infielders. And, they go out and they get Gavin Lux from the Dodgers. And, some people are just scratching their heads saying, wow, what are they doing there? But he has shown I like him. I think they've moved him over to let him play third base a little bit. And I think that might be the plan all along is to have him over to third base more so than anywhere else. Spencer Steer is having some health issues. He's got some shoulder problems. So it's kind of keeping him from being the Spencer Steer that he needs to be. So I wouldn't be surprised if they don't shut him down before too long, just so he can get healed up before the season starts, which I don't know that he can. He's trying to play through some injuries right now, but I think they may need to just let him rest for a week or so and just say, hey, let's see where you are then. I love the fact that they went out and got Jose Trevino from the Yankees as the backup catcher. I think that was probably the best pickup that they had all off season. And I mean, you can argue and say, well, they got Bryce Singer and they can, you can make some statements like that. Taylor Rogers, he was a big move as well for them. But I like the fact of Jose Trevino because the pitchers are they're just glowing over this guy. I mean, they talk about how great he is to pitch to, and so if you got somebody like that when Stevenson is having to have a day off, that he can step in and be just as good behind the plate, if not even better, and you don't lose too much with the bat either. I think that's going to be good. They've got some position player things happening that we really don't know who's going to play first base. We really don't know who's going to be the third baseman. I mentioned Gavin Lux. I think he's got as good a chance as any to be that one-day third baseman because I think Matt McClain's going to be at second base. He is really having a good spring. He's going to be at first base. Maybe Christian Encarnacion Strand. He's hitting well. What do you do with a guy like Jamer Candelario, who he's got one more year on that deal that he had. He's making $15 million this year. You got to play him somewhere.
Amen.
So I can see him probably being the DH more than anything, perhaps. But we'll see him at third base. We'll see him at first base, I think, as well. The Austin Hayes pickup was good for them. This is a guy that I've been talking about for a couple of years. You remember when he was with the Orioles, I talked about him quite a bit, how much I like this guy. And then he played a little hurt last year and didn't live up to the hype that he probably should have had. And especially with his time with the Phillies, he just didn't produce like they thought he would. But I think he's going to be a great addition to that lineup. He's already had a 6 RBI game in spring training, 2 home runs and a double with 6 RBIs. So that's a pretty good game, and he's already had one of those. So I think the Reds are going to be much better than a lot of teams think they will. They may be that team that surprises a lot of people in the National League this year.
Let's run down the schedule. Again, we said a few minutes ago it doesn't matter, but just for kicks and giggles, Cardinals play Houston today, Baltimore, Minnesota. The Pirates are 4-2. They're playing Tampa Bay. Boston and the Philadelphia Phillies play today, each other. Detroit, Toronto. The Braves will play Miami. Braves are 4-2 right now. Washington, the Mets will play Colorado and Cleveland. Cleveland now to a 1-5 start. Not real good, but you said we're not going to worry. Cincinnati at 3-2, playing the Athletics at 4-1 today. The Cubs and the Texas Rangers. Evan Carter apparently still got some back issues he's working through. I think he's played a couple of games now. But they've got a crowded outfield in Texas. I don't know if he's going to get squeezed or not. I hope not, unless they move him to another team and you have a better opportunity to play. But they have picked up several outfielders in the offseason, so a couple of the minor league contracts trying to make the club. So we'll see. But Evans in the mix right now. They're 3-4. They'll host the Cubs, who are 6-0. Milwaukee, San Francisco, White Sox, and the Angels. How about Mike Trout? Is that when you switch positions, they're going to put Trout somewhere else in the outfield, I think is what I read. So when you switch positions, psychologically it may be a boost, but literally, do you have less wear and tear if you play right field or left field versus playing center field?
Yes, absolutely. So he came out and said, "Hey, I'm willing to go to right field." So I think that's a huge move for him. I think that's going to save his body a whole lot. He has had some serious health issues for the last couple of years, and I've always said he's one of those generation players. A guy that everybody will say, "Hey, I got to see him play one day." And I think moving to right field is going to be a huge benefit to him, because one of the big things, the differences between center field and one of the corner outfield spots, is the center fielder. If you think about all the ground the center fielder has to cover, he has to back up both right field and left field. It's not like the corner outfielder who just has to back up the center fielder. The center fielder has to back up on both sides of it. So that just the wear and tear that'll have on your body of having to move like that on every ball hit to the outfield is huge. So I think going to right field is going to be greatly beneficial for him. And, I hope he is back with a vengeance. I hope he is able to come out and just show us the Mike Trout of old, because he's still not old. He's 33, 34 years old, and he's still got some good years, I think, ahead of him if he can just stay healthy. And I think this is a huge move for him. I think the fact that he's moving to right field is going to help keep him healthy. And I'm looking for a big year for him. I've seen him play one time on TV, and he hit a home run. So, the game I watched, he hit his first spring training home run. And I thought, wow, okay, maybe he's back. So let's hope he is, because I really love to watch this guy play.
Milwaukee and San Francisco today. The White Sox 1-5, so they're not getting any better since last year, apparently. They got the Angels in a split squad. Kansas City and Arizona, Toronto and the Yankees, Seattle and San Diego, and the Angels and the Dodgers. So some of these teams, like in case the Blue Jays and Yankees are in the same division, they play each other in the spring training. Do you show things? Do you not care? I mean, you got your guys trying to get your guys ready, trying to get your guys ready, but there are going to be contenders in the American League East against one another. So you show everything you got. You don't care right now. How do they approach these games when you play each other out of the same division in spring training?
So I think for the most part, they don't really care a whole lot.
Yeah.
Now, I think when you got like perhaps the Yankees and the Red Sox, maybe. Now that might be a little different story because of the rivalry that they have there. They might be a little different about how they would go about playing against one another. But for the most part, I don't really think it matters a whole lot. But yeah, I think they're just trying to get ready, and they're not too worried about the gamesmanship and stuff right now. So, but yeah, I mean, especially I don't know. You talk about the Yankees and the Blue Jays. It seems like the Yankees have a rivalry with everybody in that division. Now I think about it,
They do.
So I don't know, but I guess when you've won the World Series 20-something times, everybody's looking to knock you off every year. They don't want you to do it again. So
nobody likes you. You got it. Here's another one. Anthony Rendon. This came out out until July for Rendon. So there's a starter for the Angels down. So third baseman Anthony Rendon. So down with a hip till July. That's half the season. That's a huge blow for him, obviously, and for the LA Angel offense, because he can swing the stick, can he?
So he can but he has been hurt his entire contract with the Angels. Because if you remember right, he was the big star for the Washington Nationals when they won the World Series a few years ago. I think it was 2017 maybe. When they won the World Series, he was like the big star. He was the third baseman, and he signs this big $200 and something million contract with the Angels to go play third base for them. And if I'm not mistaken, he has not even played 300 games over like the last 5 or 6 years of that contract. And it's been a nightmare for the Angels with him. And this is just chapter 5 or 6 for him with the injuries. And I don't know. I mean, you feel bad for the guy, but then there's been other players who said, well, he's not been willing to play hurt. He's not been willing to go out and give it a shot. So I don't know. I mean, we don't know personally, what has been going on with him. But yeah, just the fact that you're losing a guy who has shown in the past that he can play as well as Anthony Rendon, again, because it's been every single season he has had some type of major injury since he signed that big contract with the Angels. So, that's one of those contracts you look at and you say, this is devastating for a team because they lock in a lot of money to him and they've got very little production out of it. And that hurts. That hurts bad.
So basically he's been a bust for the Angels. So there you go. So
he has. Yeah, he has. So
the weather's getting warmer. What would be the chances your mother may whip up a, what is it, cherry pie deluxe? Or what's it called? Cream pie deluxe?
Cheerio cream pie.
Man, oh man.
Yeah. We'll see what we can do. I'll see if I can get her to
I told her
one of those for you.
Well, I told her I'd buy the ingredients so she'd make it. It ain't cheap to make it because of all the stuff she puts in it. But I said, I'm serious. I'll buy everything you want. Give me a list. I'll just give you the money for it, and I'll see you Wednesday. She can whip up a Cheerio pie deluxe for the old cowboy. I like it. It'd be good for me. So them cherries, and I don't know if it's good for me, but I'm going to eat it because it's good. Whoo, my goodness, it's good.
Yeah, it's probably not good for you, but it's good going down. Let me tell you. Oh, it tastes delicious.
With a big old glass of food club milk. Or for that matter, if you just, I'll pay for it, and you can keep half and just give me half the pie. That'll be all right, too, because that way it won't be so hard on my belly. I'll still get the Cheerio pie deluxe. I just get half of it. You can keep the other half, and you can waller in it up there at your place. So there you go. So work on that. You'll see your mama.
I told you that story about my friend at college. I just went back. Got back down there about 11 o'clock one night and called him. And I didn't know he was in bed. He was in bed asleep. I called him. He wasn't even in the same dorm I was in. Said, hey, guess what I got? He said, you got one of those pies. I said, I do. He said, I'll be right over. We cut it right down the middle. He ate half and I ate half before we went to bed that night.
I understand it. So you got the day she gave me that pie there at Chick-fil-A. Well, you can eat it tonight when you get home. Time keep your refrigerator. I'm thinking, get home. After you all left Chick-fil-A, I went over and I said, can I have a spoon? Well, sure. So I just got a spoon, went out there in the front seat of my little machine going down the road, and I was swabbing the big old pieces of slabs of that Cheerio pie deluxe going down the road, chasing with a peach water from Food City. So there you go. So never even got it home, Ev. It was that good. It was good going down Interstate 26, just as good as sitting in my den, I can tell you that. So thank you, Ev. I got home, ate the rest of it, but she ought to market that. That's some serious good pie. It's called the Cheerio pie deluxe. Is that right?
Cheerio cream pie. Cheerio cream pie.
I've never got this right. You've told me that 50 times. I should just write it down. Cherry.
Cream pie.
I want to do that. So.
I don't know where the cream came from, but that's what she calls it. Cheerio cream pie.
Okay. She can call it whatever she wants to. She can call it cherry pie dog food. I don't care. It's good. So
it's got that Borden's condensed milk in it. Those cans of that, not the evaporated milk, the condensed milk. That stuff is thick as molasses when you pour it out. That's what it's got in it. And then cream cheese, and I don't know what else, but it's got a little bit of lemon juice in it. You probably
don't want to be telling the whole recipe on the air. Maybe her secret recipe like Colonel Sanders. So you may want to just kind of keep it in the wraps. So what's it called again? Cherry
o cream pie.
Cherry o cream pie. There you go. So I know you got other things to do. Oh, what's the latest? He's been working with Samaritan's Purse. What's going on over? You been back over into Kentucky helping those folks out any?
I have not been back to Kentucky. I've been over in Hampton this week, and Samaritan's Purse has really been helping some folks over in Hampton. Saw some people from Roan Mountain that came in to meet with them this week. They had meetings over there with people who had just been devastated from the flood on Monday and Tuesday, and it was amazing how they were able to bless these folks. There was a guy. I'll give you some examples. There was a guy in there that lost his lawnmower. They told him, they said, okay, you have so much money, you can go out and buy a lawnmower. And here's how much you can use. This is where to go get it. And I was like, wow. So they're helping people with things other than their houses and things like that, things that they need. They're helping people with furniture. There was one person that had an awning on their house that they lost. They were trying to help get an awning put back on their house. And the big thing that I kept hearing, because I know Food City is one of your sponsors, so the big thing that I kept seeing was they were giving away a lot of Food City gift cards. A lot of Food City gift cards.
Yep. So for those
it was really good, and I had the opportunity. There was one gentleman that came in from Rome Mountain, and I was sitting there, and one of the ladies from Samaritan's Purse kind of let me know. She said, "Hey, I want you to speak to this man before he leaves. His sister just passed away, and he's grieving pretty hard. Do you mind spending a little time with him?" So I was able to step out in the parking lot with him, and we talked for about 15 or 20 minutes, and had the opportunity just to minister and pray with him. And that's what it's all about,
Absolutely.
being there for people that are hurting. And not only was he devastated from the flood that's been now several months ago, but just recently lost his sister that was had some handicaps in life, and he was able to minister to her and take care of her. And then she had just passed away literally just days before. And so we had the opportunity to minister to him. And, that's what it's all about. You meet people like that, and you just give them a word from the Lord that you get that day.
Amen. Well, and here's the thing. For those of you watching out of the area, you don't know what we're talking about. Hurricane Helene came through in September and just devastated our area to the nth degree. And so, what is this, October, November, December, January, February, tomorrow will be March 1st. We're talking 6 months later. People still trying to pick up the pieces. They'll be picking up the pieces for years to come. So, Samaritan's Purse, going to give them a free plug. They have come in here, rolled up the sleeves, they've helped out. So if you want to give to an organization, and I'm not getting anything for this, I wouldn't even know how to, I guess you go to the website. I have no clue how to make a donation, but if you want to give to an organization where you know where it's going, there's boots on the ground. Anytime there's a disaster, they've been in California with the fires. They're in Kentucky with the floods over there. They had a couple of weeks ago. They've been with Hurricane Helene folks here in northeast Tennessee and western North Carolina from the get-go. They're based out of Boone, North Carolina, which is not that far away. So, and maybe you can line me up somebody I can get on the show and talk about Samaritan's Purse. I would love to do that because they're doing great things. And so he's helping out with that and working in conjunction with them, which I appreciate. So good stuff. But yes, a lot of folks thought, well, the media's moved on. We've had a presidential election, and Elon Musk, and you go right down the line, all the things they're talking about up there, and Trump and blah, and on and on and on, which is fine. But there's still people, as you know, because you see them every day, here in our neck of the woods just trying to get back on their feet because they've lost everything. And so out in Irwin, down in Greene County, certainly in Hampton and Carter County, and other parts too. I'm going to leave some of them out, but that's Roan Mountain and over into western North Carolina, Swanoa and Boone and Asheville. And so if you want to give, folks, Samaritan's Purse is a good organization to give to because it goes right to the ground, right to the people that need it. So there you go. Mr. Baseball, good job, sir. Thank you as always. We'll see you next Wednesday at Chick-fil-A. Remember, cherry o cream pie, Ev. If you're listening, I'm going to do a subliminal. Ev, cherry o cream pie. Cherry o cream pie. Make it for Tom. Cherry o cream pie. I'm making a subliminal message. Cherry o cream pie.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Great job, sir. Thank you. Have a great week. I'll see you next Wednesday.
All right. You too, Tom.
Yes, sir. Good job. Appreciate it very much, our buddy. That's the one and only Greg Salyer, Mr. Baseball. Quick break. We'll run down high school basketball and NCAA college basketball. Big weekend tomorrow in Cross College Hoops. Big weekend this week for high school basketball. Guys and girls, will do it next year on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
This is Pastor Mark Fowler, and we want to invite you to be with us at Pleasant Beach Baptist Church sometime soon. And we're thankful for what God is doing, and we've had visitors almost every week. We have so many people that God is using His Word to accomplish a work in their life. And we want you to come. Now, I think about our society today, and there's a lot of talk about the negative aspects and generations and what's missing and what we're going to do and how do we face this social issue and how do we face that social issue. And that is always the buzz. And if we're not careful, we talk like God doesn't have an answer. 2 Timothy chapter 3, we looked at the other night together in our church, and it reminds us that, yes, in the last days, there's going to be some difficult things come, dangerous times, but the antidote is always God's Word. And so what we're trying to do is to provide Bible answers for today's tough questions. And we're building Believers by the Book. So we want your family to come. We're thankful to have a Sunday school hour and a junior church and master clubs and a youth group and all those things going on. But what we're trying to accomplish is to get the Word of God into the hearts and minds of God's people.
We're talking to Sherry Holtzclaw, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. A lot of jewelry stores out there. Why the Jeweler's Bench?
So everything is done in-house. Nothing gets sent out. We do ring sizing, necklace repairs, replace stones, shorten bracelets, necklaces. We repair silver jewelry. There's not a lot of jewelry stores that will repair silver jewelry. So we're one of the ones that do. Occasionally watches, we do some watch repair. Some of it we do have to send that out occasionally, but I let you know when I do, so it doesn't go out without you knowing about it.
Watch batteries. They replace a lot of watch batteries. Again,
every day.
Yes. John Holtzclaw is one of the few jewelry repair people in the area. There's not many of them left, so they do jewelry repair here. Remember that. They ship all over the country. The website is
jewelersbench10.com.
The hours you're open are
Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and then Saturday, 9:30 to 2.
All right. And social media, where do we find you?
Facebook and Instagram.
And the phone number is?
423-542-5600.
Be loyal, buy local. It's a mom and pop store. Been here for a long time here in Elizabethton, serving not just Elizabethton, but the entire Tri-Cities and really anywhere in the country. The Jeweler's Bench, proud sponsor of the Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. On our buddy Joseph Taylor, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. What's going on at Ivy Hall right now?
Yes, sir. Ivy Hall, we're accepting long-term or short-term admissions. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, all insurances. We'd love to have you. You come out, you need some rehab, we'd love to help you. We got private rooms for rehab people. We can get you in, take care of you, send you home, and the food is absolutely out of this world.
Types of rehab you guys do?
Yes, sir. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, respiratory therapy, and like I said, short-term or long-term residents. Yes, sir.
Yep. You also are looking for help?
Yes. I'm looking for RNs, LPNs, CNAs. If you want to be a housekeeper, laundry, kitchen, we're hiring. All departments are hiring at Ivy Hall.
Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Social media, how do we find you?
Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or ivyhallnursinghome.com is where you go to fill out an application to work.
Love promoting these folks right here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. It is the one and only right here in Elizabethton, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's wrap it up here again. We will run down for you. This is regional play tonight for the ladies. You win, you're in, or you stay alive. If you lose, you're done. So, big games tonight. I want to run down top 25 college basketball for you as well. Hello to Rich Horton. Hello to Brian Hildebridle. Let's go Hildebridle. Hope I'm getting it right. Tom Mullins. Renee Haig. New names. Thank you. Tim Davis. Jerry Leak. Brenda Caton. C-A-T-O-N. Caton or Caton, maybe Baton with a C. Brenda Caton, maybe. Marie Beasley, Michelle Goodman, Troy Clapp, Haley Garland, Mike Bauer. Hope I'm saying it right. Donna Sanabria, Juanita Wilson, Ryan Schultz, Michael Shields, know him. Hello, sir. Chris White, Patricia Love, John Gillette, Steve Falden, Gloria White, Sharon Nelson, Josh Irwin. These are all folks watching. Thank you. Galen Carter, Sandra Smith, Bob Mees, Tracy Went, Jeff Smith, Phil John, Thomas Bowley, Robin Galli, Alina Phillips, Deanna Dykes Campay, Campay. Hope I got that right. Ernie Aldridge and Sean Ross, Joey Slagle, John Loeffler, Mary Craft Moore, and Joseph Taylor. Well, thank you. Well, don't need to worry about me. I'm like an old dog. I just surface. I'll disappear for a while, bounce back, come back at it, come back at you. Hello to Debbie and Shannon Burchett at the church. Hello, kids. Terry Hoover, Lorianne Burleson. All right, basketball tonight. Here we go. The single A girls, Unaka has a bye. They'll play Monday at Westridge in the regional semifinals. Tonight, Cloudland will travel to Washburn. University High travels to Cosby and North Green. The Lady Huskies will be hosting Hancock County tonight. Winners move on. Losers are eliminated. In 2A, what a story. Talked about this earlier in the show. The Hampton Bulldogs, we were talking about the flooding in Helene and Hampton and Carter County, wiped out the school. For those of you who don't live here, Hampton High School was redirected, I guess. They went over to an old school they'd closed, Keenberg Elementary. They'd shut it down, so they kind of whipped it into shape and short notice to make it a high school for the rest of the year. The gym in which these kids played in, they can't play. They've been moving around. They've been nomads. And yet the Hampton girls and the Hampton guys are in the postseason. Hampton's girls are the district tournament champions. So when it happened, I said this, and it's true, and they're proving it to be true. The old Hank Williams Jr. song, Country Boy Can Survive. Well, we are. We're very resilient here in the mountains. We do things on our own. There's been people come in that wanted to take forever to do things. We had people build bridges out of just kind of put stuff together and build bridges back over the creek so you can get around. There's places, that you still can't get around like you should because of the devastation of the flooding. So to say all that, the Hampton's girls basketball team starts the season. They had a lot of talent. I remember seeing them down in Knoxville at the Food City Center in the summer camps. Talked to Coach Humphreys, and they had a great team. Little did they know they were going to run into a flood in September, and they had no home to play. And I think they play now at the Hampton Elementary School, if I remember correctly. Well, they won the tournament, the district tournament. So the Hampton Lady Bulldogs tonight hosting Oneida. What a success story. South Green will go to Alcoa. Happy Valley travels to Gatlinburg-Pittman, and Chucky Doak will be home to Pigeon Forge tonight in girls regional basketball play. We're here thanks to Food City, by the way. Run down some more of the specials here in a second before we get out of here. In 3A basketball tonight, you have David Crockett, the Lady Pioneers hosting Cherokee. The Lady Cyclones travel to Granger tonight for a 7 o'clock tip-off. Unicoi County goes to Greenville, and Tennessee High will be at Volunteer. All that tonight. Winners move on. Losers are eliminated. The winners tonight will go back to Tennessee High on Monday for the regional semifinals. The 2A teams will go back to Unicoi County, and the single A teams will go back Monday to decide it in the regional championships at Westridge High School. 4A tonight. Daniel Boone's Lady Trailblazers hosting Jeff County. Sevier County hosting the Science Hill Lady Hilltoppers. Dobbins Minute travels to Morristown East, and Westridge, the Lady Wolves, will be at home against Morristown West. And so those winners will stay alive and play Monday in the semifinals of the region at Science Hill High School. All right, let's go to the guys. Same thing. The sites are the same. Obviously, the teams are different. And we'll start with 4A. All the games are tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Everything tonight and tomorrow night are at 7. Tomorrow night, Science Hill hosting Morristown East. These are the boys. Dobbins Minutes guys travel to Jeff County. Daniel Boone's guys travel to Sevier County. And Westridge will be home to Morristown West in the boys' action tomorrow. In 3A, Cyclones travel to Greenville. Tough task to play Greenville at Greenville and a 7 o'clock start tomorrow night. Winners move on. Losers are eliminated. Crockett will host Cherokee. Unicoi County will travel to Granger. And Tennessee High will be hosting Volunteer tomorrow night at Viking Hall. And those winners will go back to Viking Hall for the regionals on Tuesday. In, this should be 2A basketball. And it is. South Green hosting Oneida tomorrow night. Hampton, the boys, will travel to Austin East. Johnson County's Longhorns will go to Alcoa tomorrow night. And West Green will host Eagleton. Winners move on to Unicoi County on Tuesday. Losers are eliminated. So pressure-packed games tonight, no question. Then in single A, the North Green boys get a bye. They'll play Monday at Westridge. They'll play the winner University High traveling to Hancock County tonight. Cloudland will be at Cosby. And Unaka will host Washburn tomorrow night in the boys' action with the winners going to Westridge. So that's your basketball in Tennessee for tonight and tomorrow. Girls tonight, guys tomorrow. Everything starts again, as we said, at 7 o'clock each night. Winners, as said, move on, and the losers will be done for the season. So pressure packed. All the summer camps, all the two-a-days, the media day, non-conference games, Thanksgiving tournaments, Christmas tournaments, the rugged conference play after Christmas, and here you are down to one game. 32 minutes to decide it. So there you go. For all these teams tonight and tomorrow night. Girls tonight, guys tomorrow night. Deals for days at Food City. The Little Debbie Big Pack snack cakes. Yeah, Nutty Buddies, I love them. $2.99 a box, limit 4 for all the Little Debbie Big Pack snack cakes. Progresso soup, 3 for $5. Again, you see it right there. That is the deals for days. You look up here and you see the Misty Mountain Spring Water for $4.99. 24-pack, 16-ounce bottles. That's a deal. Then you have right beside a JFG bonus blended coffee, 30-ounce container or canister for $6.99, limit 2. I'll get my finger out of the way and give you the rest of these. You got Ritz crackers for $1.99. You've got Powerade 8-pack 20-ounce bottles for $4.99 today and tomorrow. Pepsi products, all Food Cities today and tomorrow. 12-pack 12-ounce cans, $4.99. We'll have me a Diet Dew as soon as the show's over here. Get a little peanut butter and jelly sandwich and some Diet Dew and a Diet Dew. Apple fritters and Long Johns made fresh in the bakery today and tomorrow, $3.99 at all Food Cities. We're now in 5 states: Alabama, Georgia, of course, you're in Tennessee, Kentucky, and Virginia's home state, because the home office at KVAD is in Abington, Virginia. Made fresh in store snack cups. Your choice of pineapple, watermelon, cantaloupe, broccoli, strawberries, 3 for $5, made fresh in store. Little cups. Let me show you what these look like. There they are. The produce cups, 3 for $5 at all Food Cities. Jimmy Dean's bacon right there, $3.99 for a 12-ounce package. Move your fingers, Tom. Cosmic crisp apples for $1.49 today, tomorrow. And frozen baby back pork ribs for $2.99. $2.99 a pound at your local Food City with your Food City Value card, of course. That's on the front side. On the back side, getting ready to show you NCAA basketball here in a second. Mustard potato salad or coleslaw made fresh in the deli, $2.99 a pound today and tomorrow. You have Zesta saltine crackers, Keebler sandwich crackers, or Pringles party stacks, 2 for $5, limit 4 today and tomorrow. You have Eckrich smoked sausage, 2 for $5. You have Chex Mix or Bugles for $1.99 today and tomorrow. You have Chicken of the Sea pink salmon in a can, $2.99, limit 6. Florida's natural orange juice, 52-ounce container. It's a paper carton for $2.99. Or Taste of the Country jam or Simply hash browns that are frozen for $2.99. And you look down here and see what we got on this one right here. You have Kellogg's Giant Cereal or Little Hugs Fruit Bites and Country Crock for $3.99 at all Food Cities today and tomorrow. So there you go. All right, let's run down the hellos to these folks, and we're going to jump in and give you college basketball before we get out of here. Judy Wilson, hello to you. Hello to you, Lauren Grindstaff. How you doing, lady? Lee Toller, Jason Miner, John Legg, Kathy Gum, Carol King. It's too late, baby. No, it's too. Probably not the same one, because she spells hers with an E, and this Carol does not. But hello, Carol King. I just sang to you, poorly, I might add. Kerry Dallas, Steve Shipley, we know him down in Middle Tennessee. Hello, Coach. Terry Dowler, Karen Freeman, Tom Leveling Sr., Nancy Moore, Doug Welch, Crystal McDuffie, we know her. She's talking about we're getting ready to, I think we'll be able to put her on as a new sponsor. I think we're working on that to do that in either March or April. We're excited about that. We got to move them around. We're sold out, but I think I can move them around and get her on. Ronnie Hare Jr., her, H-E-R-R, Cody Straggle, Bobby Seifert, I know her. Hello, Bobby. Tim Sorrells, I know Tim. Joshua Connor, Doug Banker, James, M-A-E-N, Mandel, maybe, with the, or Mendel. The A is silent, the E silent. Anyway, hello, James. How you doing, sir? Thanks for watching. You have Moki Low, M-O-K-I, Moki, or Moki, I'd go with O, Moki Low, long O. Judy Jackson, Mary Christian, Don Gilmore, Cam LeBlanc, Christy Clark, Dallas Steiner, William Harris, Michael Shields. Thank you, sir. Good luck to your daughter up there at the Land of the Lady Rangers at Unaka High School in the tournament. They're off tonight. Let's see, they got a bye. Let's see, who else? Did they get them all? Molly Glover, Brian Childress, Chuck Cortez, Molly Glover's watching. Thank you. Betty Rowe was watching. Thank you, ma'am. Rhonda Maddie is watching. Mary Brackens is watching. So Mary Cochran Brackens. So thank you all for watching the show. All right, top 25 college hoops tonight. One game, 20th ranked Purdue, the Boilermakers, hosting UCLA tonight. Top 25 college basketball tomorrow. 3 matchups involving top 25 teams, none bigger. Well, there's one bigger, because number 1 Auburn will be at number 17 Kentucky tomorrow at Rupp Arena at 1 o'clock. But none bigger for us in volunteer land. 5th-ranked Tennessee hosting 6th-ranked Alabama tomorrow at the Food City Center in Knoxville, formerly the Thompson Bowling Arena, been renamed. It'll be Tennessee and Alabama at 4 o'clock tomorrow on ESPN. The other top 25 involving SEC teams will be Texas A&M. The Aggies, 12th ranked, will be in Gainesville to battle the 3rd-ranked Florida Gators tomorrow. And 22nd-ranked Arizona tomorrow night. These are tomorrow night games. See the Florida game if you want to watch it. Texas A&M and Florida will be at 8:30 on the SEC Network. 22nd-ranked Arizona, 9th-ranked Iowa State will square off at 9 o'clock tomorrow night in the home of the Cyclones at Iowa State. Then we run down the early games tomorrow. The 12 o'clock tip-off, 16th-ranked Maryland will be at Penn State. 13th-ranked Clemson plays at Virginia tomorrow. At 2 o'clock, 10th-ranked Texas Tech, the Red Raiders will be in Kansas to battle the Jayhawks, who have fallen out of the polls for the first time in a long, long time. Keep an eye on this team. 7th-ranked St. John's hosting Seton Hall. St. John's can play under Rick Pitino. 24th-ranked Mississippi State at 3:30 tomorrow hosting LSU. 4th-ranked Houston, the Cougars, keep an eye on them. They can play. March Madness right around the corner. 4th-ranked Houston will be hosting Cincinnati tomorrow. At 6 o'clock, the night games, 14th-ranked Missouri will be at Vanderbilt. 19th-ranked Louisville, the Cardinals hosting Pittsburgh. 2nd-ranked Duke, the Blue Devils at home at Cameron to host the Seminoles of Florida State. 21st-ranked Marquette travels to Georgetown tomorrow night. And the 2 late games, St. Mary's hosting Oregon State at 10 o'clock. And BYU, 25th-ranked BYU Cougars hosting West Virginia Mountaineers at 10 o'clock tomorrow night. That's your top 25 college basketball. What was it, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? You had 12 of the 25 teams got beat. Last weekend, the 7 or 8 of the top 25 teams got beat. So there you go. You just never know. That's why they play the game. March Madness right around the corner. It's anybody's tournament, really. I said this last week on the show, or actually Monday on the show. I talked to Phil Worrell, when he helps me out with the Milligan ball games, the longtime coach who knows basketball. Oh, he knows basketball. I said, who do you like right now, sir? He said, right now, top 2 teams in the country for my money would be Auburn and Duke. So we'll see what pans out. The beauty of March Madness, and you know this, the beauty of March Madness is you have one bad game and you're out. It's not like a best of 3 or best of 5 or best of 7. You have one bad night. Last night, the Lady Vols had a bad night. We should read I love it. Can she really coach? Does she know what she's doing? I'm not kidding you. I read that on Facebook, so I don't get on there. But I knew it was going to be good, so I thought we get on and see these crazy people. Or she can't coach. She can't coach. Okay. Got 20 wins. First year, she's had a baby in the middle of the season, which I think it's an honor, obviously, but it can be a detriment of trying to be a coach. But I can't say it. Having a child's never a detriment. It's probably a little tough on her schedule, obviously, to go and be a mama. So, anyway, bottom line is she's getting it done. They had a bad night. When you live and die with the 3, I don't care what team you're on, what level you're on, you don't make them when you shoot them out there. You ain't got nobody in there rebounding because there's a height disadvantage. You're in trouble, and they were in trouble last night. They got beat soundly by Kentucky's Lady Wildcats. But she can coach. So Facebook's like, why do we need her? Why did she get a pay raise? Well, she didn't get a pay raise. She got signed last year. I don't think, or maybe she's got a pay raise. I don't know anything about it. I keep pretty close tabs on Knoxville. But anyway, she can coach. They had a bad night. You live by the 3, you die by the 3. I've seen it in high school games this year. You see it in college. The pros, in fact, the commissioner of the NBA says he wants to go back and re-look. There's too many three-pointers being shot in NBA basketball. And he's right. It's just become I've sat down and watched it, 4 or 5 minutes. I mean, it's nothing more than playground ball. I mean, it's whoever goes down the court, whoever's got the ball, shoots the ball. Now, there are some variations. There are some plays run by some of the things. But by and large, you flip on an NBA game, and I don't much. It's just street ball. So the way we used to call it street ball, playground ball, just whoever's got it shoots it. So not much strategy there. But the point is, they're living by the 3 and dying by the 3 too. Not all, but a lot of them do. And you know that if you watch them. So with the same with the college game and certainly the high school game. So tonight you have teams that normally shoot the three. They shoot it well. They'll be in good shape. They don't. They won't. So it's real simple. And so we'll let you know how things go. On Monday, she'll be back at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on Monday with show number 2241. Again, thanks to our guest today, Greg Salyer. Brendan was going to be on the show and got hung up, and I understand that. They got a game at 2 o'clock. Milligan's ladies in about an hour, less than an hour, playing Pikeville in a big showdown. And then tonight, 8 o'clock tip-off, the Milligan men take on Montreat, both of those at Meadowview and Kingsport. It's a great place. They've taken a big giant ballroom and converted into 2 basketball arenas inside of one place. Yep, they got a girls' side, you got the guys' side where all the women play on one side of the arena and the gentlemen play on the other. So it's really cool how they got it set up in Meadowview. They're doing a nice job with that. So that's where Milligan's at today. And that's why Brendan he's got a baseball game today to cover, so he's going in 50 different directions, and I get that. But anyway, he'll be back with us next week. Greg Salyer, thank you, sir. Mr. Baseball was our guest. Again, we're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Let's wrap it up with some more names that people are watching, which I've always said, if you're going to watch the show, I'm going to say hello and thank you if you're doing it. So let's do this right here. Let's come up with... Where is it? Here it is right here. All right. Mark 11:24 says, Therefore I tell you, this is coming from the Lord, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, and it will be yours. Now, how much more comforting can it be than that? To know that the Lord said, I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, and believe that you have received it, it will be yours. Now, the prayer is going to answer yes, no, it's not what he thinks best for you, or not yet. Charles Spurgeon, the most widely read preacher in history of Christian books, wrote that when a person really prays, it's not a question of whether God will hear him or not. He must hear him. It's right. God must hear your prayers. He does. God has promised to hear prayers, and he will perform his promise. He's God. As he is the most high and true God, he cannot deny himself. Take your petition, your needs to him, and see if he doesn't honor you. What a tremendous thing to have such a power in one's hands as to be able to pray to the God of the universe. It's a good way to end it. Mark 11:24. Therefore I tell you, whatever you ask for in prayer, believe that you have received it, it will be yours. It's a good one. Hello to Steve Cisco, Rufus Ward. Hello to Todd Hartley, Ann Borden, Penny Tharp Vick. I'm going to read them as they come. Janice Wagner, Tiffany Bowling, Jared Clow, CLOW, Gary Bosley, Stephen Worth, Deborah Fishnich, Fischnich. Hope I didn't mess it up. Thank you. Alan Belling for watching. Cindy McPherson, Ryan Smith, Susan Warkinger, Timothy Litton, Vinnie Anthony, Bart McBride, Cindy Miller, Sandy Lett, Josh Walker, Cindy Fuentes, Doris Hall, Ronnie Kuiper, Jim Trader, Nicole McKinney, Judy Humphrey, Ashley Kelly, Carol Price. Michael Shields says, thank you. You're welcome. Mary Cochran Brackens is watching. Thank you. So, folks watching the show, we thank you for that. We're out of time. We sincerely thank you for yours. Back with you on show number 2241 on Monday from Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Till then, we'll tell you, as always, bloom where you're planted and win or lose, be a good sport. And thanks for watching 2240, show number 2240, here inside the studio where it all got started 10 years ago. Wow, it's hard to believe tomorrow is March the 1st. It is clicking off. We are, 9 days away from, let me make sure we get out of here. 9 days from daylight savings time. I want to make sure it's right. How many days to March the 9th? 9 days out. March the 9th is daylight savings time. We get an extra hour daylight. Summer's right around the corner. Yes. So there you go. We'll wrap it up again. Bloom where you're planted and win or lose. Be a good sport. Thanks for watching 2240 show number today in the Tom Douglas Sports Show studio. Brought to you by Food City. Value every day. Food City. And again, the deals for today is going on today and tomorrow. There it is. At all Food City. You can pick one of these up when you walk inside the store. Right there in a little basket as soon as you get your buggy. And shop till you drop. Deals for days at your local Food City, our great sponsor for 20-plus years every Friday on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. See you back here again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. And as we said, win or lose,